Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving minimum cost walk in weighted graph. So the problem description is quite long, so I'll try to summarize it as short as possible. So basically we have an edges array and a query array, and in the query it shows the starting vertice and the ending vertice, and in the edges array, the first element is the starting vertice, the second element is the ending vertice, and the third element is the cost that it takes to travel from the first vertice to the second vertice. And basically what we want to do is for each query, we want to calculate the minimum cost to get from the starting vertice to the ending vertice. And to travel from point A to point B, we will calculate the bitwise AND of all the edges that are added up. And if there's no way to get to the ending vertice, then we return -1. So if you look at this example, there's no way to travel from 3 to 4. So for the second output of the resulting array, we return -1. And in the first query, to travel from 0 to 3, we can first go to vertice 1, then go to 2, come back to 1, and then we can get to vertice 3. And that will have a cost of 1 because the bitwise AND operation of 7 and 7 and 1 and 1 would be 1. And if you're not familiar with bitwise AND operation, feel free to look up how that works. But yeah, the output of the first query would be 1, and that would be what we return. So now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So one thing we should know that is when we perform bitwise AND operation with a number, the resulting number will not become larger and it will only become smaller. So therefore, when we have a query, when we want to travel from point A to point B, we might as well access all the nodes that it can access to, because the more bitwise AND operations there are, the more likely that we will have a smaller cost. So what we will do is we will create an adjacency list, and the position of the array in the array will represent the vertice. So this will represent vertice 0, these will represent vertice 1, this will represent vertice 2, and this will represent 3. And as we can see, vertice 3 can get to vertice 1 with a weight of 7, vertice 2 can get to vertice 1 with a weight of 1, and vertice 1 can get to 0 or 3 with a weight of 7, and 2 with a weight of 1, and vertice 0 can get to vertice 1 with a weight of 7. And vertice 4 cannot access anywhere. And we will also initialize a components array where they will all start at 0. But as we go through this problem, by the end of it, each index in the component will represent the parent node that it can access to. And we will also initialize a visit array to represent if they have been visited yet or not when we do our BFS search later on. And ID will just represent the ID is for the components. It'll make more sense as I go through this problem later on. So what we will do is first create the adjacency list and then figure out which components each of these nodes can belong to. And when we look through the ID, we will also append the minimum cost relative to the ID. And then we will look through the query. If the starting and end node belong in the same component, then we will return the minimum cost that we can find. If not, then we will just return -1. It sounds a bit confusing at first, but I think it will make a lot more sense as I go through this problem. So let's go over this problem right now. So we will start at node 0, and it will represent ID 0 since it's the first one. And when we do a BFS through node 0, node 0, node 1, node 2, and node 3 will all have been visited, so it will be changed to true. And when we do a traversal among all these nodes, the cost would be 1 total, and they all belong to ID 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3 will now be set to 0 permanently. And now we look at the rest of visit to see if what else is not visited yet, and we see node 4 isn't visited. So now we'll do a traversal through node 4, and it will represent ID 1. And we realize that node 4 cannot travel anywhere, so the cost will be -1 between just node 4 on its own, and it's been visited, so we set it to true, and the component in node 4 will represent ID 1. And now we need to increment the ID 2 to see if we need to make any more searches, but since all nodes are visited, we don't have to search anymore. And now we can look at the resulting array. So for the first query to 0 and 3, we check if they belong to the same component. At index 0 and index 3 they do, so we will return the cost at 0, which is 1. So result, we will add 1 to the resulting array. And for the next query between 3 and 4, they do not belong to the same component, so we can just add -1 right away. And this will be our result. So the time complexity would be O of E plus V plus Q, where E is the number of edges and V is the number of vertices and Q is the number of queries, because it will take E and V time to make the adjacency list and do the search through the components, it would depend on the number of edges and vertices. And when we are setting up the resulting array, it would depend on the number of queries. And the space complexity would be O of E plus V, because the components and the visit array will depend on number of vertices and the adjacency list will depend on the number of edges. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we will make the helper function. We'll call it getCost. And the parameters would be self, node, adjacency list, the visit array, the components array, and the ID number. And we will set the current to -1 and set the components array node to the ID. And since it's visited, now we set that node to true. And we will look at all the neighbors and the weights, and then we will perform a bitwise AND operation with the weight and the current number that we have. And if not visit of the neighbor, if that is true, then we will also do a getCost operation on the neighbor if it has not been visited yet. So adjacency list, visit, components, and ID. And then we will return the current value at the very end. So now we can get to the main function. So first we will set up the adjacency list. So empty array for I in range n. And then we will do for edge and edges, we will set up all the edges for the adjacency list. So adjacency of edge 0, we will append edge 1 and edge 2, and in edge 1 we will append edge 0 and edge 2, because the first element represents the vertice that it matches with, and the second element will represent the weight. So edge 2 and adjacency of edge 1, append edge 0 and edge 2. Append edge 0 and edge 2. And now we can set the visit array to false times n. And also we can do components initialize as 0 times n. And then we will have the cost array empty in the beginning, and ID will start at 0 in the beginning. And now we will look through the range. So for node in range n, if it has not been visited, then we will append the getCost at that node. So self.getCost node adjacency list visit component and ID. And then afterwards we need to increase the ID by 1 for the next iteration. And after we have looped through n, we can set the resulting array. So for Q in query, start and end will set it equal to Q. And if they belong to the same component, then we can append the cost at that component. And so we can result.append cost of components as start or end. Doesn't really matter. I'll just do start. Components at start. Else, we will just append -1, so result.append -1, and afterwards we can return result. Let's see if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section, and I hope to see you all again soon.